I feel like I belong to NYU because of the people. They are really understanding to everyone. But in New York City, I feel like I don't belong here because everywhere I go, I feel like it's intimidating.
But I've been finding my footing lately and actually finding community at NYU, so that's why I've chosen Agree.
My appearance, my piercings, my hair color, also my tattoos that are not visible now. People feel interest and do not reject it as they do in Costa Rica.
Because we're all the same race in my country as well. We do have some expats that live there, but overall it's the same. And we don't talk about race as much, but we do talk about ethnic groups. So like if you speak a certain language or a certain ethnic group, so I'm Mandinka and I speak Mandinka, and some ethnic groups are Wolof and they speak Wolof.
And in Taiwan, I would say I'm one of the majority. And from people around me with the same ethnicity or similar backgrounds or something, we don't really talk about, let's say, different social groups, or let's say the quoted minority.
Well, I am from Friends generation, and that sitcom, among many others, were like too much of how the American life could be in the US for Latin American viewers. But the stereotype American, I cannot find it. This person who is only American and white and blonde, and all that I find is actually people from all countries, all colors.
Also, I watched High School Musical when I was back home, and I thought that was what high school and everything was around America. Everyone was happy, everyone had money, everyone did fun things on the weekends, and I really so badly wanted to come here.
And when I came here, it's the same as other cities in this world because people work, there are poor people, rich people in here. There are a lot of kind of people here.
There's a lot of globalization happening in media. So now like Netflix has main characters that are like people of color and stuff, but it's also very surprising how they also get that wrong.
People do talk about race and all those other things and like gender and sexuality. They do, but most of it is surface level.
My friend group is mostly international students and people of color as well. And in a place as diverse as New York and NYU, it's not that hard for us to like just casually talk about it and then just stop.
In my department, which is performance studies, we actually focus a lot in gender and race. I choose neutral because I feel it's hard to say these or to express opinions about these things outside school.
Before I came here, like I said, I was just African. I was just Gambian. There was no, was I this or was I that before I came here. So when I came here and I started ticking those boxes, it was a little strange to me. And there was only like African American, Black or African Americans. I always picked that, and I'd never thought I belonged on that category.
I got an email from an organization in NYU about people of color. The first time when I received the email, I feel like I'm not a people of color. But when I came here, I'm in that group. I'm a people of color.
Actually, people can look or think very different from different countries in Asia, but here I would say I feel more of like Asia is a category, and we are so different, but we're all in the same category.
I was expecting to be in a box of the Latin American people, but I am not. I didn't realize before coming here that I have what is called a white pass that allows me to have a more tricky relationship with my ethnicity. I live now in a Russian neighborhood in Brooklyn, and they think that I am Russian.
I came here very young, and my perspective was really, really narrow. Back home, I didn't know about a lot because everyone that I went to school with, like my house and my school, were so close. everyone, like I've known them since kindergarten, so everything was all the same. So when I came here, it was like a shock. People are different, people have different perspectives, and I do constantly check myself.
In my country, Indonesia, it's hard for me to talk about sex education, LGBT, religion, but when I come here, I feel like I gain so much opportunity and experience to talk about that.
Stuff were always online, especially during the pandemic. So there were a lot of discussions beforehand, before I even came here, about like having race and play a major part in society. So when that happened, I dedicated a lot of my time to like reading books, watching movies that are very diverse. So like when I came here, I found out like those were true. And also with the people I talked to, my roommates and my friends, like those reinforced the things I already knew.
A good example from NYU is about my religion too, because I have to pray 5 times a day, and it's hard for me to move from another building to another building for praying. And I asked the staff of NYU, can we add one praying room in this building? And they approve it, and now I can pray easily here.
It's mostly the people I meet in class. Like I have a friend from Colombia, I have a friend from India, I have a friend from Europe, and it was just crazy when we were all in the cafeteria sitting together and we were like, we come from all different parts of the world, how did we meet here in this time and moment? So like I don't think resources are necessary, but those are just supplementary to what we already have as a community.